All right. My name is Javanka McGee, co host of Vision Pros Live. Please share with me your first, last name, where you're located, and the name of your business.
Absolutely. So my name is Alex Thorik. I'm the co-founder of Building Income on Demand. We are based in Montreal/Ottawa, Canada. And well, what we basically do is we help businesses build their income on demand.
Ah, I love when a business name says exactly what the business
Yeah,
does. Tell me more about that. It says exactly what it does, but yes, explain it to me a little bit more, please.
sure. So I've been in the marketing space for the last 7 years, working with different types of businesses, different industries. Most of them service-based businesses. I would say like 90% of them. And we've noticed a pattern of our clients doing certain things or not doing certain things, and we looked at the best performing clients, wanted to see what is it that we help them with exactly, and we decided to put together an entire system, an entire program, and we started a marketing consultancy where now we take the business owner by the hand and we guide them through every step of the way that they need.
Wow. Okay. And how long is it that a business usually works with you until they can do this all on their own?
Honestly, about 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
in 3 months. Yeah. So like the goal is to basically take all the systems that implement the systems that they need,
Yes.
teach them how to run it, and then after that they can run it on their own. If they want to hire someone, they can. But at least at that point, they'll understand the numbers, what is what, the marketing, the sales. It's not just the how much it costs me to get to generate a lead, but it's also like the customer acquisition. How much does it cost me to acquire a client? Like most business owners don't really have an idea
Yeah.
on, because when you figure out that number, and if you know that, let's say you can advertise, I don't know, you say you spend $1,000 and or a customer spends with you $1,000 as a
Okay.
lifetime value,
Mhm.
and you spend 200 to acquire the client, well, and you're getting profit, like a really
Yes.
good profit there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's basically the goal.
And so it's all marketing. And the business usually comes to you at the beginning or the middle or when they,
So we do have a lot of beginners. I
okay.
would say so as beginners, yeah, and somewhere in the middle. Some of those would be. So when you say in the middle, what's the middle for you?
More of like being in the business got to a point where they plateaued.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So we've noticed that happens when they're at year 5, some of
Uh-huh.
them year 10. But at year 5, they're still open. At year 10, they kind of know it all in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of them they're still open, but because they are well, some of them have the ego too.
Yeah.
It's like, no, no, I know how to do things. I've been doing this for 10 years. Like, well, you were doing it, you were not doing it. It's either you were not doing it properly, or the things that you were doing they're not necessarily work anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's harder for someone that's been in, in the business for 10 plus years. It's like, but also with that being said, Alex, you have your expertise behind marketing. 10 years has been a big, big change in marketing, correct?
Yeah. Oh
That's,
yes. I mean, like even if we compare like this year to last year, like when ChatGPT came out, that's it. It's we got into the new era of marketing pretty much. And now each and every company is trying to fight with each other, and they all come up with their own AI solutions. And
yes.
I don't know who's gonna survive in terms of the platforms.
Yeah. Yeah. And at this point, like you said, everyone is building their own AI. Alex, when it comes to building income on demand, when you started the business, tell me about your vision.
So when we started initially, our goal was to create a place for entrepreneurs where they can get all of the information that they need
Mm.
being an entrepreneur. And the reason to that is because when we started, we would buy one course from one place, another course. So that was related to marketing. But then when you jump into entrepreneurship, you also need to think about finances, taxes, accounting, maybe even HR if you decide to start hiring people, right?
Yeah.
Or even if you want to work with VAs, freelancers, like how do you manage that part? How do you position yourself so it's more of a branding part?
Yeah.
Uh, so we wanted to make sure that uh, our clients in the future, well, these days, of course, but in the future as well, they have all the pillars that they need. So our goal is to create something similar to, I don't know, have you heard of Mind Valley?
No, no.
No? Okay. So Mind Valley was, I was founded, can't remember the exact date now. I think it was about 10 to 15,
Hmm.
yeah, around there, I would say, about 10 years ago or so. So in their case, they mostly focus on mindfulness, spirituality. They started selling courses like way, like when the whole industry was coming up.
Yeah.
And these days they do all sorts of things. But still, their main focus is spirituality and mindfulness, I would say.
Mm.
And the way they're running it is they have multiple different courses on different topics, and you can be a member and you get access to all of it.
Okay.
So in our case, what we want to do is have a similar setup in a way, but everything that's related to entrepreneurship. So it's
Okay.
marketing, sales, branding, again, finances, personal finance, business finance, HR. So
Okay.
yeah, those kind of things.
And Alex, that would be sort of like putting it in a package deal kind of thing. So if those are the things you need, that would be the package that you would utilize in order to get the full service for the business.
So that's what we're currently doing. Yeah, as a package. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because yeah, so we basically have it as a full-on program where we
Yeah.
take the client by the hand, but then down the line, our goal, because we know that we will not be able to help everyone one-on-one,
Yeah.
but still, like our goal is to, like when we're gonna go broad, is to have them in form of membership.
Yeah, yeah, that's and that makes all the sense in the world, right? It's moving the needle.
Yeah.
Vision starts, well, prior to AI, I think things were completely different in marketing and how that goes. So when we're speaking of AI now and how things are, I believe enhanced, Alex. I think things are so
Oh yeah.
enhanced now. How do you utilize AI in helping you help your clients?
First things first, ChatGPT is the best friend those days. But there's a but. You need to use it properly because you need to write, if you want to make sure that you get good results out of it and for it not to sound too robotic,
Yeah.
you need to write good prompts. And there are lots of different tools like compare that are similar to ChatGPT. There is Claude, there is Jasper, AI, a bunch of them specifically for marketing. In case with ChatGPT, it's more of a general tool, but you can still use it. Like you don't necessarily need to get other ones, and because we've trained ours. And for example, I have different chats with mine, and I have chats that are related to email marketing.
Mhm.
So he already knows what, like, who's our audience and what I usually write about, and
Yes.
the tone of the voice and the style that I like. So I have the email marketing. I have another chat for ads, then content for social media. So I have those different chats.
Yeah.
The research. So let's say if we need to figure out who's the ICP, the ideal client profile, we have a separate chat for that. So then we take the information from one chat, put it in the other, and then it goes in and gives us what we need.
Yeah. When you speak of the client profile, how can businesses quickly and effectively qualify their ideal clients?
It depends on who they want to work with.
Yeah. Okay.
As for the qualification, so what is important to you? Is it important that, well, most likely you want to make sure that they're able to pay for your service or product. That would be one of the main qualification.
Yeah.
Another qualification could be values. Honestly, these days, like that's one of our qualification. If people have similar values to ours, like if people will go to our website, they're going to see on the homepage, they're going to see our values and what we stand for. And we had a comments from a couple of clients actually, and even from a couple of prospects, because they would do the research, and we would get on the call, and they would tell me, "I love your values."
Ah, I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Yes, and values are important.
yeah.
Is there a space or place and time when you realize maybe the client doesn't need to go the full 3 months? because they've pretty much honed in on it and received what was needed.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. So usually, what we do is whenever we get on a call, we
Hmm.
kind of the way we look at it is we kind of become marketing slash business doctors.
Yes,
So
yes,
they come in, we ask different questions to understand where they are right now and where they want to go. And just like any professional doctor, who's not gonna just give you a bunch of pills to drink, they're gonna ask you specific questions.
yeah, yeah,
And that's exactly what we do. Yeah. So it really depends on their situation. So if
yeah.
they like the program that I mentioned, the 3 months, that's kind of the main program. But
Mm.
some of them they don't even either need that or they don't qualify for it. Maybe
Oh,
they're way too early in the process.
okay,
And it's
okay,
gonna take them a little bit, like it's gonna take them 6 months to get there, unless they want to put in the work and uh, grind it out a little bit.
right.
But also, but speaking of grinding and hustling, that's one of our value actually. We don't believe in hustling necessarily.
Mhm.
So that's our motto: hustle less, earn more. Because it feels like these days, especially within the online community, everyone's talking about the hustling, which is important. The way I look at it is work hard, but at the same time work smart.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And hustle has all often been related to doing more than you need to do,
Yeah,
rather than what is it you said, work smarter, not harder,
yeah.
right? So that you don't have to do that. And when you mentioned that some of the businesses might be starting too early, what does that look like?
Well, let's say if they just started, like I'll give you an example of like we work with insurance and real estate industries. So
Mhm.
they just started out and they got their insurance or real estate license. Um, and they're not necessarily like they don't even know because it just got the license, they don't
Yes.
even know the industry itself. So let's
Yeah.
say if now we'll start implementing all the systems, all the processes, and we need to start creating content, write all the emails, like to automate all the processes. They would need to record videos in order to start promoting themselves as the go-to agent in their area.
Yeah.
But then how are they gonna explain like why should people buy from or let's say sell or buy a house with them
Yeah.
compared to another agent?
Yeah.
So they do need to get a little more expertise in their field as well.
So, Alex, you say that, and I smile big because I'm a real estate agent. And
Okay.
so, when, when you and me owning that business, it's a big difference between being an agent and owning a real estate business. And you don't know that earlier on. So, that was the perfect example because that's not something that was discussed when you get your license, right?
Yeah.
Even when you get your license in insurance or anything else that you need to get your license in. I tell you, when it came to marketing, though, that's probably the biggest thing that a lot of companies have a challenge with. And um, when it comes to things like that, do you tell them, hey, just hold off a little bit and we'll work together maybe in a year or two? How do
Yeah.
you go?
Honest. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, we would just give them our resources, like our free resources that we have, or like we have like a small little training that they can get for literally like $7 or like
Mhm.
$27. Get that, go through that, make sure that you implement that because you know how people say knowledge is knowledge is power, right?
Yes.
When in reality applied knowledge is power. Like there is so much information today, like you can
Yeah.
go to YouTube and get as much knowledge as you want to, but if you don't do anything with it, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you could take all the free information and try and well start applying it.
Yeah. Yeah. Alex, what sets your business apart from most marketing businesses?
um I believe that we care about our customers
Yeah.
because as I said, like we've been doing it for a while and I've seen a lot of things.
Mhm.
Like but we had our own we've done our own mistakes as well, of course, in the process, and we know exactly what we don't want to do,
Yeah.
um, and what we want to appear like.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes all the sense. What factors should businesses consider when choosing digital marketing tools for automation?
How easy it is to use, what they could do for you.
Okay.
Um, and when I say what they can do for you, like most tools, most automations these days, they pretty much do most things in a way. Like there's a platform, for example, like in our case, we use Go High Level. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Mhm.
And the reason to that is because these guys did an amazing job. They brought all the tools that we used. So like we started using them in 2020.
Okay.
Prior to that, we would have to use about 5 or 6 different tools in order to make things work.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it would be like a funnel builder, then it would be a separate CRM, then email marketing platform, then let's say calendar scheduling. It could be Calendly or Schedule Ones. Like there are
Yes.
lots of them.
Yeah.
Twilio for text messages, and then Zapier to connect all of them. I mean, and you still need, like, for example, Zapier these days for certain things, but
Yeah.
high level kind of erase the need for all of that because you can keep everything in one place and you know that things work. And your bill goes down by, like, I would say good. You would usually pay 400 a month for all the tools, more or
Yeah.
less. These days, it's like 97 a month.
I
So
tell
any
you.
business, yeah, any business can afford to pay 97 a month and
Yeah.
let the entire automation take care of it.
So I tell you, Alex, I can definitely vouch for you there. You if when you begin on your own, as you speak about entrepreneurs that are beginning, you start throwing your money in every which way. And because I know the language of Zapier and connecting CRMs and things like that, you can literally go broke.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You can
easily.
go broke in your first few months trying to do that. So having the need for building income on demand is 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 a need, especially for entrepreneurs, because again, you can literally go broke in a couple of months.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
Yes.
100% with you. Because like in case with, like, if somebody's starting out, they get this tool, they implement, like they set everything up. You don't even need to use all the features. Like they have way too many features. Like even in our case, we don't
Mhm.
necessarily use all of them, or not at a level that some people
Yeah.
use. Let's say.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then the next thing that you would need to do is just business development, and whether it's doing the outreach and adding people into your pipeline, or creating content and mixing that with ads. And that's what we actually love to do these days, is we kind of call it hybrid marketing, where we take the short form content, all
Okay.
those reels that everyone is creating, right?
Yes.
It's important, it's amazing, you should definitely do that. You can post it on social media, but you don't necessarily know how well the video is going to do, like if it's
Uh-huh.
going to go viral or not. Like you don't have any magic wand necessarily, but you kind of do it the same way, because you could take those short clips and now start running ads targeting your ideal audience and let them see your ads.
Mhm.
And the idea behind it is, so Google did this study. They wanted to see how much time does it take a person to become a client of a company.
Mm.
So from not knowing not anything about the company to become their client, both online and offline.
Mhm.
So they came up with this number. They call it 711. If you're gonna Google it, you'll see 7-11-4 rule. So these days, it takes a person to watch 7 hours of content or consume 7 hours of content,
Mhm.
have 11 touch points across 4 different channels.
Okay.
So by doing, let's say, by taking the short form content and running ads targeting your ideal audience with that content, because the goal is to educate them, to build the know, like, and trust factor, because that's when people buy from you, when they
Yeah.
like you, when they trust you.
Yes.
So you can pretty much manufacture the 11 touch points that way, and also let people consume your content that way. So we started doing that. Like we would take even longer videos. We've tested 5 minutes long, 11 minutes long.
Uh-huh.
We would just run Facebook ads targeting our audience, and we would have, uh, let's say, like we would spend $50, and then would get like, for the first 3 seconds, most people watch that, but then they scroll through. We don't need those people.
Yeah.
And then within Facebook, within Meta, you can see how many people watch 25%, 50%, 75%, and 90% of the 90, 100. But we'd look at 25, 50, 75, and 100. So with the 100 people, I think we had about 57 people. Sorry,
Oh, wow.
100%. Yeah, about 57 people that stopped and watched the entire 11 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
And those were our ideal clients. So
Yeah.
now we can take, let's say, that audience, or let's say 50% plus, right? And we target them with an offer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that's so you said Google started it and then it's something that's been proven. You guys tested it out?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
yeah. So we're doing that. So what we like to do is with the short form content, we would
Yeah.
take, let's say, 5 clips. They would be 60 to 90 seconds long or 30 to 90 seconds long. And we would run, you could literally put $3 a day
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
and for each and every ad, have them in separate ad sets. So you want to make sure that people see them, that Facebook doesn't decide for you like who's going to watch them,
Yes. Yes.
because you want people to consume it.
Yeah.
And that's the goal, right? The engagement. That's what you want to build. You want to build that invisible pipeline, a pool of people, and run it for an entire month
Mm.
and let people see it. And then in the meantime, they'll start engaging, and then you can launch a retargeting ad based on people who were watching that content.
Wow. And that I mean, like you said, it's for us, right? The people that just want to show homes or, sell products, that just sounds like a lot of extra work to do. And so I think that it really is important to find an exceptional marketing company that will be able to help you. And it's a different kind of language. And even though most entrepreneurs or business owners are very familiar with it, it's still something that takes a while.
It does in a way, and it doesn't at the same time. So that's why we wanted to
Alex,
make sure.
you're the professional.
I know.
You're the professional. I'm sitting here like, what? I think I just spent like 2 hours on one ad paying $10 a day. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's definitely something that you have to be good at, right? And I couldn't think that you would be able to run a business that is truly going to be successful or is successful without having that knowledge and it being a lot easier for you,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. But that's why, like in this case, for example, we love working with local professionals, local businesses, so like
Mm,
real estate agents, real estate professionals like yourself, because you can pretty much become the go-to realtor in your area in 4 to 6 months using this strategy.
mhm.
You record, let's say, 20 videos, shoot the short form content. You take one day, you prepare everything, you record them one shot, and well, not necessarily like, of
Yes.
course, it might take a couple of iterations,
Yeah.
but you can record all of them in one day, edit them, and then prepare for the next quarter. So let's say prepare everything starting in December, and then starting January, launch the entire campaign.
Wow.
Yeah, and let those ads do the work for you. Let the content do the work for you, and you
Alex,
don't necessarily need to have like a huge budget. That's what I love about this type of strategy.
yeah, I'm sitting here like, Alex, phone's gonna ring soon. Well, I mentioned earlier I wouldn't want to take all your time. I know we didn't get to the AI because that's really, really, really big. I would love to invite you back and let's focus and hone in specifically on that and how building income on demand can be of assistance to you to creating the use of AI or any other chat GPT or instrument that now does marketing easier for entrepreneurs. So thank you so much, Alex, for being with me the day after our holiday. Um, and then your amazing network event that you had yesterday. So I thank you for choosing to sit with me today and talk about your business.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me.
You're welcome. We'll talk soon.